Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's having a good one. I'm going to apologize. I got the little things fired up back here, so that one noisy one, you might be able to hear it because it's doing a lot of little back and forth moves. So let's see who we got hanging out with us today. Mark Lindsay's in the house. Good morning, Mark. Troy Pritchard. Good morning. Thumbs up, he says. Thank you, Troy. Neil Steger. How humidity feels muggy. Happy Thursday. Let's see. He's in Ohio. I'm trying to remember where everybody's at here. Larry Gaunt says it's still hot where he's at. Yeah, well, stay cool, Larry. Good morning, all. I was going to ask you too, Larry. Do you have your Ender 3? Is it out in your shop or is it in the house somewhere? Just wondering what kind of climate it's running in. Let's see. Marcelo's here. Just sitting here creating new inlay charcuterie board while listening to the chat. All right. Clyde's here. Good morning, Clyde. Jesse, good morning. Gary Hammett, good morning. Mike is here. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you popping in here. Bruce Foley, good morning, Bruce. Clyde says 3 Canadians. Yeah, sometimes that chat, if you're not careful, they'll just sneak in here. Always glad to have my Canadian friends tuning in. Darren Birds is here. Good morning, Darren. George Rothfuss, good morning. You can probably really hear that thing now because it's going ring around there. Let's see. Kevin Els is here. Good morning, Kevin. Landis Stoots is here. Good morning, Landis. Hope you and the family are doing well. Sean's here this morning. Good morning, Sean. I was going to tell you all. I forgot to tell you yesterday. You know what I mean? I forget stuff. But let's see. What day was it? I guess it was Tuesday when I was getting up and swapping stuff over and everything. Then I had that one fail, and I said, well, I think I set that box over there in the way, and it hung up on it for a second, just long enough to mess it up or whatever. Well, because I was going to go back and watch a little of the video to see how good you could hear me talk when I was standing back there, I noticed something, and that you guys are going to have to get more eagle eye and help me out here when I'm writing this stuff, because I noticed that spool right there was not turning a long time before I put that box over there. So it was already messed up or about to mess up because that for some reason that one wasn't turning. So normally, as I'm sitting here, because I can look, I see it looks like my little Mickey Mouse ears. I watch and try to see if they're turning. And sometimes, when it's depending on what you're running, it's turning so slowly, you really got to stare at it to see it move. But I missed it the other day, but when I went back and watched that video, I'm like, yeah, I'll have to tell those guys that if you go back and watch it, that thing had stopped turning a long time before I set that box there. So it just had one of those rare snags, and that's probably the first time I've gotten one using that Amazon Basics filament, which I love. That stuff works great. I don't know who makes it for them, but it's I really like it. So Clyde says he can't hear it because he's not wearing his hearing aids. So that's a good thing, man. George is giving the weather forecast here. 65 now. High 79. Yeah. All right. Larry says that his 3D printer is in an insulated room in the back of the garage that stays around 80 to 82 during the day. It gets cool air from above. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, Mike says I sometimes use a silver Sharpie to make a line on the spool so I can check for that on the YZ cams. I think that's how you say that. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes depending on the spool, you can see when I'm sitting here looking at my computer monitor because in looking at them in the background, I can tell, but it's really hard to see because they're not they look really tiny from where I'm looking, and the little slots in the spool. It's sometimes hard to see, but I can tell they're moving now. I'm running some more. I've been running the heck out of these net cup things. This is a 2-inch one. I've ran. I think I got like 6 of these. This is a 3-inch, and I've taken this one and now scaled it down because one of my favorite YouTubers is watching. He's talking about that the lettuce really works best in 1.5 inches. He says, but they are a small, he says they're hard to find. And I thought, well, that is weird because when I looked on Amazon, you can find 2, 3, 4-inch, 6-inch for putting on a bucket or something. But I never saw anything smaller than a 2. So I just thought, well, I'm going to make a few of my own. So what I've got running back there now, I know you can't see it that good, is a 2-inch scaled down so that it's the same height, but it'll now be 1.5 inches diameter, so it'll fit in 1.5 inches diameter hole. So going to try to keep those running all day. I got to do some workout in the shop. We're supposed to, well, not supposed to because I don't have to do anything, but I was going to try to shoot video. Thought about it Wednesday and thought, nah. Or I thought about it Tuesday and thought, nah. Thought about it Wednesday and said, nah. I don't know. I might try to do it today. I don't know. I just can't get fired up to do a video for some reason. I just can't do it. Steve Gronsky's in the house. Good morning, Steve. Charles says, good morning, Dave and Jack. Jack or Charles, I need to, I used to, when I first started doing these, I used to have what I called the Rocky Cam, and it would be just a camera on a tripod, and it would be pointed at wherever I thought Rocky was going to lay that morning. I need to bring that back and call it the Jack Cam because he is right here at my feet. I can't even move. Can't even move my feet without disturbing him. Mr. Ballard's in the house. Good morning, Ryan. And we got a pretty good little crowd here. Don't y'all have something to do? Good Lord. We got a little crowd over here for a BS session. Ryan saw he posted some more stuff. I think it was on Facebook. And plus he sent me a message too about his building. He's getting really close on that. So I'm liking that. Clyde's asking him about it right there. George says, I like the idea of the Sharpie line on the spool. Yeah. Yeah, I could, of course, if I'm in here, it's not that big a deal. But most of the time, you know how I roll. I do these things just like I do a CNC. I fire it up, look for the first few layers, and then I'm gone. I don't sit in here and watch them. So, and the camera that I have right there, it's so close that, and I have it at an angle so that I can see both printers, but I can't really tell. I can't see the spool because it's out of the shot. It's up in, up above where the shot is. But usually when I'm looking on that camera, I'm looking to see if that nozzle is right above, is where it's supposed to be. If I see a gap, then I know it's too late. So anyway, coffee's mighty good this morning. Kenneth is here this morning. Good morning, Kenneth. Thomas Graham is also in the house. Mike asked, how's my 3018 doing? I fell to the prime pressure. Oh, you got a good deal, I think. I don't know what they were going for. It's doing great. In fact, that's what I want to get out there and shoot another video. I've got a whole plan for several videos with that 3018. But I just despise getting out there and shooting video. So really no excuse. I just need to get out there and do it. And since I got to get out there to do something else on another machine, I may try to. Today might be the day. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Leo says he's working. Working, but still hanging out with us. All right. George says, when your dog is so close to you, you can just feel the love. That sounds like something I'll be inside a Hallmark card, George. Yeah, he's a good boy. I gotta hand it to him. He's a good boy. Let's see. Charles says, printing a pendulum clock front frame with 3 colors. Been printing for 11 hours. Almost ready for the first filament change. Hope I got it right. Yeah. I hope so too. Yeah. Lonnie says just put a strip of tape or something. You know me though. I can see myself. I mean, I guess if I remember to put the tape on the spool when I first put the spool on, it'd be okay. But if I wait until I get going, and I'd probably forget. But I could still put it on afterwards, I guess, without messing it up. Lonnie wants me to show him how to make actual size 2-sided wooden nickels on my 3018. I thought you were making those. All right, Kenneth said he got him a laser and a 3018. Good deal. I'm going to tell you, I never thought I would like that little 3018. I basically just got it because I wanted to see what all the fuss was about, and I get so tired of seeing the experts in these Facebook. I'm about ready to just get off of Facebook altogether. I tell you, I'm so disgusted with the BS stuff and the so-called experts and stuff I see on there every stinking day. But anyway, and Instagram too. I might as well throw them in there too because the same kind of crap on Instagram. But yeah, I just I thought, well, I'm never really going to know what these things will do and what they're capable of unless I get one. And I'm like, cost is not prohibitive because it's $154. So, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. I still got some upgrades and well, I don't know what you call it. Some of them I'd call upgrades, some of them I'd call modifications. But I'll be trying to do a video on each one of those. And I got probably a little surprise for some folks because there's another thing I got going on I hadn't even mentioned that I will be doing a video on. eventually. Let's see. Lonnie, you send me the file and I'll see what I can do. I'm not gonna try to unless it's out there where I can get it easily. I'm not gonna mess with a wood nickel because I don't need a wood nickel. Let's see. Clyde says got dog food coming from Amazon. All righty. I never have bought any dog food from Amazon. I always run down to Tractor Supply, and even in the height of the pandemic, when everybody was freaking out with the mask and all the brainwashed people down there, I just so I wouldn't get everybody all pissy, I'd order it online, and then they have a spot where you can pull your truck up and just wait in your truck, call them, tell them you're here, and they bring it. So I would do that rather than go in and have everybody, all the mask police uh, trying to get on me. Larry says, I don't understand why Ender is selling a machine that won't print a good part without making parts to get the filament to run right. I had a hard time just getting those parts run. Yeah. See, I had a lot of trouble too. And I'm going to blame half of it on the way the Ender's designed, where when you put the spool holder over here, because actually I've got mine moved, if you look, because I have that little knob, spinny knob on top of the lead screw. I've actually moved I can't do my fingers right. I've actually moved the spool holder more towards the center of the thing. And before I had that, I had it screwed closer to the side, but still it comes kind of straight down and it kind of has to take a 90 to go in. So I blame that on half my problems, but the other half I blame it on was that very first spool I got was from Anycubic, and it's the one that I had a hard time, the whole spool, trying to get it to run because it kept getting snagged. It wasn't wound properly, so it was wound over itself. And you'd have to be right here to see that it was starting to struggle and go pull it loose or something. But once I bought some of this black Amazon Basics and then went to run the parts that you're talking about, the filament guides and things like that, so that it would be better. When I put that black one on there and ran it, I thought, well, shoot, if I just run the right filament, maybe I don't even need them. But I thought, well, it won't hurt nothing. So as you can see, both of my machines back there, other than that board that I swapped out, they're exactly identical. There's all the little parts and stuff I've added to both of them. So Lonnie says making the jig for that job's kind of messing him up. It's good at overcomplicating things. Okay, he says I just Googled wooden nickel DL drawing and pics. Okay. Sean said he blew his budget on parts for a chicken coop. You'll get a good return on that, though. Chickens won't let you down. Yeah, Mike says many folks use a different spool holder printed down on the desktop to get a more direct filament path. The top down to a right angle path causes issues. Indeed, it does. But you know what? If you look back there, I've just got all that sitting on like a 4-foot table. And I really didn't want, because, when you make the thing you're talking about, and they work great, but now you've got a much bigger footprint for the whole thing. And I wanted to, you can see how close I got mine together. And then, of course, I got just a little bit of room on the end of that table to stack junk and filament boxes and stuff like that. So I just didn't want to spread them out. I wanted to, and of course I could do like some folks, they'll buy their direct drive thing and all that. And I guess all that works good. But for what I do, these work fine. And since I've 3D printed those little filament guides, I don't even have any in here to show you anymore. But I've got I'll try to show you here. This black thing, you print a little thing that pops into the end of that extrusion. And then this little arm slides down. It's kind of like a dovetail thing. It will slide down onto that. And then it's got a loop where it kind of pushes the filament out so that it's not coming down. And then right here, and I can't hardly see it, so I know you guys probably can't, but this is the only two things right here and here that's on my machine. It's not black, it's gray, printed out of that other stuff. And it's the little thing that slides over that bracket, and then it's got I used not this one, because this is a bigger one, but this is a V-groove bearing, and I had the smaller ones, and that's what I stuck on there, and that really works pretty good pulling it in. So let's see here. It seemed like there was something else I was going to tell y'all too. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it's right here in front of me. I got a message yesterday from my gals down at the UPS store, and I got a mailbox. I've been trying to get a mailbox for years, and they never had any up. They were all used. They didn't have any. Well, finally, I was down there one day, and they had one. So I got a mailbox that I can give. So when people want to send me stuff, they're not, I'm not giving out my home address. They can ship it there. But anyway, I got a message from them saying I had a package, and this is from, I'll have to look up the company that sent it to me. It's the same people that sent me the CR Touch. Apparently they didn't get mad that I told them that was junk. I wasn't gonna put that on there. But anyway, this is I haven't opened it up. I'm gonna wait until I do the video. But it's a duplex printing platform. So I think it's from what she told me, it's like a double-sided, and I don't know why this thing is so thick and heavy. I guess they've got heavy cardboard or something in there to keep it from getting bent. But it's in fact, I might be able to find it on Amazon. Let me look, because I remember when that gal sent me a message asking me if I would review it. She sent me oh Lordy, that's been a while. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Let's see. Somewhere in here there is. Yeah, here's the link. All right, let me pull this. Pull this up here and we'll share the screen. Oh, well, that worked out pretty good. Both of those printers finished. Since that one wasn't that long of a print, I start the slow one and then move over to the faster one, and they just finished almost at the same time. All right, anyway, this is what the link that lady sent me. So this is what's supposed to be in this thing. It's a double-sided printing platform that according to what she says, you got this, which is kind of like what I have on there now. And then this thing, I guess you flip it over. I guess one side, let's see if I can get these. One side kind of has the textured surface, and then the other side has a smooth surface. So I'll be trying that out. Be trying that out here in the near future, and you will see a video coming out on that pretty soon. So let me take a look. Let's see if I got. Yeah, I still got a few minutes. Let me, if I can get. Watch out, Jack. Sorry, buddy. Let's see what we got here. Okay, well, that didn't take very long at all. Yeah, here is the other cup. Like I said, this is a 2-inch, and this is a basically keeping the height the same. But this one is 1.5 inches diameter. And again, even scaling it up or down, it just let's see if I can get it where you can see it. Works perfect. So yeah. So I'm going to keep these things fired up all day long. And it looks like that, if I read that right, okay, yeah, hour and 52 minutes is what it took the slow one, and only slightly less on the other one. But they finished at the same time, because whenever I'm going to run them both at the same time, I always start number 2 first, because it's a little bit slower than that one, and I guess because of the different boards or whatever. But anyhow, yeah, I like that. Those are going to work pretty good, I think. And that's neat how you can take a model and I'm not doing it in Design Spark or anything as far as the scaling. I'm just doing it right there in that Creality slicer, and I can make. So I've got 3 different sizes, all from the same model. So yeah, I think that's going to be pretty nice. Looking forward to getting all that started. Some of my stuff is coming in today. I've still got a bunch of, there's my timer. I still got a bunch of parts. It's going to get a little expensive because it's fittings and barb fittings and different kinds of stuff. But I only have to do it, I only have to buy it one time, because once I build this, it should last a really long time. But I've kind of gone back and forth. I was going to start out and do just really simple, and I am going to start out really simple. But I've already seen this other guy's method, and I love the system he has, and he's got a lot of videos so that you can tell that it's not just a one-shot deal. He got lucky and grew a lot of stuff. Every year he's got tons of stuff. So, and he even has like I don't think it's downloadable plans, but he has a thing where you can buy it, and then it's like a video course, he called it, in how to build his thing. But I don't really think you need to do that, because just from looking at it on his videos, you can tell what he's doing there. So, and he does give you a very extensive list of all the parts needed, so that you don't screw up and get the wrong one. And he has links going right to him. But all that stuff's going to be another, I don't know, probably another $100, maybe not that much, $50, $100 to buy that other stuff. But yeah, I've already decided that's what I want to build, and I think that will be super easy and give me some good stuff to eat down the road. So anyway, all right, my bell went off. Let me get out of here. Everybody have an awesome Thursday, and we will see y'all tomorrow for number 525. Yeah, 525. So everybody have a good one. We'll see y'all.